I am back with another live stream for today, and as you can tell, it's episode 22 of some GTA Online. So in a lobby by myself, of course, like always, and I'm gonna go ahead down to the casino and see if my spin's available to spin the wheel. And yes, I changed my hair color again from hot pink to very light pink. So I heard some little rumors. I don't know if they're true. It's about GTA 5 for PS4 and the Xbox. Whatever one is after the regular Xbox. I don't know. I don't play on Xbox. I've always played on PlayStation, so I don't know what kind of what the Xboxes are called besides, you know, Xbox. But if you didn't know, they did. Okay, I got money. That's better than nothing. They did discontinue GTA Online on PS3 and Xbox. Whatever the Xbox is, if you know, let me know in the comments. Or in the chat. Whatever comes first. So that was kind of a bummer because I had a friend that had PS3 and they weren't going to be able to no longer play with me because, you know, they had a PS3 and it was being discontinued March 15th when the expansion came out for PS5 and the new gen Xbox. So yeah, that kind of sucked. So now we're getting rumors that apparently, yeah, I got a new car. Apparently that I don't know when or even if it's true. Like I said, it's just a rumor, it's just speculation, so take this with a grain of salt. That Rockstar will no longer be updating GTA Online on PS4 and whatever the Xbox is anymore. That pretty much what they're saying is our new focus is going to be the new next gen consoles, the PS5 and the new Xbox. So that means if you want to enjoy any of the new updated content that's going to be added to GTA Online, you either are going to have to be on PC, I'm assuming, or the next gen consoles. If this is true. And if it is true, I wouldn't doubt it because look what they did to people on PlayStation 3 and Xbox. Unfortunately, they did that and they should have known during this time, during a pandemic, nobody's going to be able to afford to upgrade from a PS3 to a PS5. Nor is someone going to be able to afford to upgrade from a PS4 to a PS5. Even with it, you know, being, I guess, a couple of months since the PS5s came out, but they're not going to be on sale that fast. Not like that. And not to mention, it's going to be really hard to find a PS5 because of the pandemic and lacking the materials needed to even build these things. I mean, if that was the case, I would already been had a new controller. It is so hard to find a PlayStation 4 controller because of one little piece that is hard to come by for the controllers. So, you know, if this is true and to do this for a company, which, let's be honest, most big companies like this don't give a shit about their customers. They only care about money or what's best for business. And I guess in their eyes, focusing on next-gen consoles is what's best for business, which is shitty as hell. So, not only that, but I found out that, let's say, Sienna Brown, let's say that this isn't true, that they are going to continue focusing on GTA Online on PS4 and the Xbox, plus next-gen consoles. If they're going to do that, great. But also not great, because let's say you have a friend that plays on PlayStation 5 and you play on PS4. Guess what? Y'all can't play together. The PS5, as far as GTA goes, is not backwards compatible to where it supports co-op multiplayer stuff like that. So meaning for any of my friends that may have upgraded to a PS5 and they liked or would have liked to play GTA with me, they can't now because they have PS5 and I have PS4. But that also means that these players that are on PS5 are also not going to have to deal with PC players, because again, it's not compatible to do crossplay with a PS4. So the question is it compatible to do crossplay with a PC? Because if that's the case, then now all the PlayStation 5 players are going to have to deal with all the hackers and modders. At least the mass majority of them that can afford to buy a PS5. So that means the lobbies for us PS4 players are going to be a lot smaller, because it's only going to be other PS4 players. And maybe a few PC players thrown in there, depending on what model PC they're using. No lie, I'll tell you guys this. The other day, I decided I wanted to just go into GTA and go into a regular lobby with other players to see how many players I was going to spawn in with. So, the first lobby I spawned in, there was 5. Like, I didn't stay in the lobbies. I just wanted to see if the consensus of lobbies were all small. I spawned into another lobby. That one had about 7. So then I spawned into, I said I'm going to do it one more time. So I spawned into another one. That one had 3. I said, okay, one more try. I spawned into another lobby and I was completely by myself. That is the quickest I've ever found a lobby by myself. But I already knew that it wasn't going to last long. So that speaks volumes with, you know, the next gen console coming out. It seems like a lot of players have upgraded, which, more power to you. I guess you can afford it, but you know, not everybody can with a pandemic going on. I'm gonna give you guys an example of how bad this pandemic is getting. Okay, so the other day my husband brought groceries home, and he could hardly get anything off the fucking list because the Kroger's he's working at, there's a food shortage. We're experiencing food shortages in certain places. We're experiencing shortages of other things. Like, my husband told me that I was even lucky to get my rye bread because that was the last loaf of rye bread. Meaning, if it keeps going the way it's going and we continue to have all these food shortages, I hate to say it, but we might end up in another Great Depression. Because we're lacking so many things. So hopefully President Biden does something about it. Does something to help. Because, I mean, we've had enough deaths, haven't we? Too many innocent people have died from this coronavirus, and then you got these stupid, nonsensical people out here running around screaming like a Karen saying that this shit's fake. It's not real. Yeah, okay. It's not real, but why did so many people die? They'll try to say it's a conspiracy theory. The government's trying to say it's COVID, but it's something completely different that it died from. Okay. Now, I'm gonna say this. I've had friends. They may be internet friends, but I've had friends that've had COVID. They had COVID. They get better from it, and they got it right back. And they got a different strand of it that time. So I'm changing the wheel color because it's green. I'm just gonna turn it to, so, you know, that's the one thing that really pisses me off is people saying that COVID is not real, that it's fake. Or you got the people that are acting stupid and doing things that could put themselves in potential danger of getting it and putting other people in potential danger of getting it. Like, I understand that people that have been vaccinated, fully vaccinated from COVID, don't have to wear a mask everywhere. Okay, I understand that. Completely understandable. My husband is fully vaccinated. Okay? But guess what? That vaccination, that mask is preventing you from spreading COVID. Just because you are vaccinated, that vaccination helps you from not getting it. Okay? The mask helps you from not spreading it. Just because you've been vaccinated does not mean you cannot carry a strand of it in your body that can give it to somebody else from not wearing a mask or coughing near somebody or being too close. Okay? It's common sense. Really. I mean, it's like, how can I say this? It's like any other contagious sickness, but worse. I mean, there was, I can't remember, but I know when Barack Obama was president, some kind of sickness broke out then. Was it George Bush? Something broke out. And then President Trump came into office and we got COVID. This country has been through a lot of sicknesses. We've lost a lot of people. Now, God bless my grandma's heart, My grandma died right before COVID broke out. She passed away. And no offense to anybody that may have lost someone due to COVID. I know that it hurts. It sucks to lose anybody in any kind of situation like that, regardless of how they died. But I'm glad that my grandma passed away peacefully in her sleep and didn't die or pass away from COVID in pain and in agony. Just my opinion. And you know, even though my husband, like I was trying to say before I got distracted, God, my brain runs faster than I can move my mouth. That's just the ADD and the ADHD. They don't mix well together. Didn't work at all. Now if I had my controller, if I was using my controller, oh yeah, I would have wrecked a million damn times with the freaking view analog wanting me to drift to the right. Simeon wants Lampid, Felon GT, Benefactor Serrano. I didn't see the last one. Those last ones. Hold on. What was it? Not you, Seth. Simeon. Vapid Bullet, Pegasus Infernus, or Inverto Conquest. Okay, so I'll go to the casino and look in the parking lot and see if there's anything up there. If there's nothing at the parking lot, then I normally go to the golf club place. So anyways, like I was saying, so even though my husband is fully vaccinated, and he, you know, Dr. Dre, Recording A Studios, no thanks. I don't want to do the short trip thing again. Plus, I can't do it. I have to have another person. There's Franklin's house. But anyways, my husband still wears his mask everywhere he goes, regardless that he's been vaccinated, because he understands how important it is to wear the mask, because he doesn't want to get anybody sick. Even though he's been fully vaccinated, he still knows the risk. He still understands the concept of, you know, how serious this is. Hell, my husband always says all the time, he is so scared when he goes to work and then comes back home to me and Nessie, because, you know, and the boys, because, but more so, okay, how can I say this? Me and my daughter have a higher chance of getting COVID than my boys do, because I'm very, very high risk because of A, my age, because I'm getting older, and B, because of my iron deficiency and my GER. So, with all those factors, I am very high risk of getting it. My daughter, with her iron deficiency, which I passed on to her, she is high risk. Also because of my allergies. Allergies are a bitch and a half. You know what I mean? But my allergies are like really bad. Every time the season changes, every time the weather changes. And where I live, the weather changes a lot. Mother Nature does not know how to make up her mind. Does not know how to make up her mind in Ohio. At all. Because one day it'll be nice and sunny. A couple hours later, it'll be fucking raining cats and dogs outside. And that little quick weather change will mess with my allergies the rest of the day. That's another reason why I don't go outside during the cold. I don't go outside during the cold very much, because with having my bad allergies, I am prone to get sick a lot more. And the cold is one of those triggers of getting me really sick. As well as if it's too hot outside and I go out and I'm outside, I can't be outside for long periods of time because of the pollen in the grass and the flowers, and it'll mess with my nose. Now, the reason why my daughter doesn't go outside during the cold months as often is because if she's out in the cold too long, she'll, like, let's say she goes outside in the cold and we have to go somewhere, we have to make sure that we get from point A to point B fast as hell. Because if we take way too long and we go from a cold environment into a hot environment, her temperature spikes, which then causes her to seize. Same thing with the hot weather. If she's out, she cannot be outside during the heat that long because she gets too hot from just sweating or being outside because it's hot for too long. It'll mess with her temperature and she'll seize. So when I say my daughter is disabled and she's special needs, I mean it. And she is the only one of my kids that get SSI. My other kids don't get nothing from SSI or the government, like welfare. We don't get none of that. We live off of, because I don't work right now. I'm not working right now because of the fact of COVID and me being high risk. My husband would rather have me be at home with the kids. Hell, the kids, none of the kids are even going to actual school. They're all being homeschooled. Now, granted, they've always been homeschooled, but because our boys are getting up in age, they said they wanted to try real school, and they were all going to be in high school. So, well, 2 of them are going to be in high school, one's in middle school. And we were willing to try. That was before COVID hit. Once COVID hit, we said nope. We're going to stay with homeschooling until this pandemic is over. And our daughter, because of how she is, how she behaves, and how she has these disabilities, we didn't think that schools would be able to provide her the care that she needed, like at a real school. We didn't think that was going to work very well. Whereas with homeschooling, she can work at her own pace. She gets one-on-one on time with all of her teachers, as well as, she gets to interact with other kids in class. So there's nothing different from homeschooling than real school, except you're at home and, you're more comfortable doing schoolwork from home, obviously. So, like I said, we're living off of 2 checks right now. And we've been able to make it work. And I think I've said this from the dawn of my first channel, which was, and I'm thinking, God, I don't want to think too hard. I hurt myself. God, this is an old school song. Nostalgia flowing back in. I started my first, well, that house is not for sale anymore because they're not going to be able to tell because I broke the sign. Still trying to get used to this car because since it's new. So, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. I forgot what I was going to say. Hold on, give me a minute. It'll come back. It'll come back to me. It will. I will. Don't even. Don't get out of your car coming at me crazy. Because I accidentally hit you. I literally just drew a blank mid-sentence, forgetting what I was going to say. Oh, now I remember. Okay. So, I started my first channel, I think, back in, like, 2008, 2009. And I had said that it was just something for me to try. It was, at the time, it was something to do other than my other hobbies. Me starting a new hobby, you know? And as I got more into making videos, when I was, you know, filming and editing and all that fun stuff, from a cell phone, mind you, just still edit. I still film and edit with a cell phone. It's just, I'm using two different phones. I have a specific phone that I use to film and edit my videos. And then I have my phone that I use daily, you know, that I pay a phone bill on to upload the video to YouTube. So, I think it was late 2018, maybe early 2019, when I decided that I was deleting that main channel that I had over 500 subscribers on. You're probably wondering why. I think I've explained this before. I could be wrong. On that channel, I did makeup videos. I basically did everything on that channel that I do on this channel, minus the gaming and minus the art videos. On that channel, I did makeup, makeup tutorials, hair tutorials, which I do on this channel. I did tags, but I was also doing drama videos, which at first it was fine. It was fun. You know, some videos were lighthearted and some were more serious than others. And what I mean by fun, I mean the lighthearted ones were fun. The more serious videos I did because I knew I had to do them to spread awareness and warn people about certain things. But after a while, it started taking a major toll on me mentally, and I couldn't handle it anymore. Not only that, but it was taking a toll on my marriage with my husband, and it was affecting our marriage in the worst way. He is not someone that likes to be in conflict. He doesn't like drama, especially unnecessary drama. Now, he's the type of person you can, and I'm the same way to this. I'm the same way, honestly, to a certain extent. He's at the mindset, you can talk all the shit you want about me. You can say you hate me so much and all this other bullshit. But the moment you bring up my family, the moment you talk trash about them, that's when we're going to have a problem. So he's more like, I don't give a shit about myself, I only care about protecting my family kind of situation. Which, like I said, I'm the same way. I don't care what nobody thinks about me. I don't care if someone likes me or doesn't like me. I'm not here to please anyone. And really, you gotta love yourself to know your own worth. Like, why care about what someone is saying about you as long as you know your worth and you know it's not true? I wouldn't give no fucks to give. Hell, I'm starting to run out of fucks to give. So I deleted the channel, and that's when I made this one, saying that I wanted to dive into different types of hobbies and try new things on this channel and leave the drama behind me. And I think for the most part I have done that. You know, I wanted to start gaming, which I had never done. I never live streamed on that other channel. Sure, I've watched other people play video games. You know, other YouTubers. But I never did it. And as I watched more YouTubers playing video games and stuff like that, that's what got me motivated enough to try and see how it would go. And that's what started my GTA series on this channel. GTA was really Franklin. Nope. Nope. I'm taking this car to Simeon. I will get plenty of chances to do that. Whereas trying to find a car for Simeon is not as easy as you think it is. Because certain cars spawn at certain times and certain places, and I want to do it while I already have a car. Now, if I had to choose between taking a car to Simeon and finding a blue dot that's a car on the map, I would definitely leave this car and take the blue dot.
100% guaranteed.
So, I'm just gonna make it carbon black. I don't even care. So, you know, I started gaming on here. The first video that I uploaded, though, I think was my intros and my outros that I made for my videos. And then I started uploading art videos, kind of trying to get a feel for what I was going to do on this channel. And then I did my first GTA live stream, which went pretty well. It was me and my husband. It wasn't just me. I first started out live streaming GTA with him and friends, and then I started to get comfortable enough to where I could live stream GTA by myself and, you know, not get so peed off if I died a million times. But I mean, there are a few live streams where I did die a million times, and you could clearly see the rage pouring through my live stream. So, you know, I don't think a lot of the people that I was in the middle of exposing on my old channel actually thought I was going to go through with deleting my original channel because of how many subs I had. Because, you know, most of the people that I was exposing were always saying that I was only doing it for money. When, yeah, I was monetized at the time before they, you know, changed the monetization rules. But I wasn't getting no money from my videos. I wasn't hitting enough views to get anything. I mean, yeah, you can be monetized, but you got to hit a certain amount of views before you even get your first YouTube check. So, when I deleted it, a lot of people that I was exposing at that time went quiet. One of them is still quiet to this day and hasn't bothered me since. because they are no longer on this platform. Because they realized that I was an adult about the situation and took my mental health seriously. And I guess they decided to do the same. But you can still take your mental health serious and take some time off from YouTube and come back and do something completely different. And avoid what caused your mental health to go out of whack in the first place. Like, I still have mental health problems. I still have depression. I still have anxiety. But now that that drama part is out of my life, the anxiety and the depression is nowhere near as bad anymore. And, you know, I've had to make a few warning boundaries videos here recently because a lot of the people that I did expose back in the day are now coming out of the woodwork trying to get attention, clout, someone to talk about them. And, you know, there are a lot of people, yeah, that are talking about them, but not talking about them in the way they want to be talked about. They want someone to make a dedicated deep dive video on them like I used to. And I refuse to do it. Because when I was doing drama videos, that was a dark time in my life, and I do not, and I refuse to return to it. That's why I made those boundary videos, to put out there, keep me out of your drama and leave me the hell alone. Simply put. And apparently they understood what I was saying and have completely left me alone. Now they're just gonna go find someone else to talk about them. These people thrive on this kind of attention, regardless if it's negative attention or positive attention. And those are the type of people that you need to look out for. Because those are the type of people that will use you.
Now this we can make some money on.
So, basically what I'm saying is I haven't done a drama video, like a legitimate, dedicated, full-out drama video exposing someone since 2018. It's 2022. So that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 5 years. 5 years I haven't touched talking on drama videos. Okay, we got a car to Simeon. Didn't get a whole lot for it. Never do. But every little bit helps. Because I am still trying to get that dang on yacht. And I'm gonna steal this car. It's the Impont Phoenix. Oh my god, this is the car that I've been trying to find again. Because somehow, I don't know how, somehow my Phoenix completely disappeared. So, instead of selling this, like I was going to do, this is going to my auto shop and I'm fixing it up. Well, actually, no, I might not be able to go to my auto shop because I think I already have 10 cars in there. I'll just go to the nearest Los Santos. I shouldn't spend that much on fixing this up. But yes, this is an Impont Phoenix muscle car. And you guys have been following me long enough. You know how I feel about muscle cars. Muscle cars are my bread and butter.
Halt! Terrorist pursuit.
I mean, hell, the first car that I got in Saints Row 2 was a muscle car. The car that I drive in, I think, Far Cry 6, I believe is either a muscle car or it's a lowrider type of car. So yeah, I've been trying to brainstorm some ideas of what to film. I do definitely want to make some more vlog type videos. That I used to do those all the time on my old channel, and I would love to do them again. They'll probably start during the summertime, because summertime and probably around the same time that my husband finally gets his taxes, because you know that's when we're mainly out and about doing things. You know, and I've been waiting this entire time for my daughter to start feeling better, or for her to, like, not be sick anymore, so we can take her to her doctor and get her vaccine for COVID. And she's just now starting to stop coughing a million times.
Hey, watch out! You dumbass!
So once she's fully recovered, because I still think she's got a small cold still. I still think she does. We'll take her to her doctor and get her a COVID shot. Like, her brothers already had theirs. It's just, we couldn't take her because she got sick. It's not a good idea to try to get a vaccine while you're already sick, because you don't know how that vaccine is going to interact with the sickness that's already in your body.
From a toad to a prince. That is fresh to death.
Yeah, I shouldn't spend too much. I'm seriously trying to remember how I had this car the last time. I believe I had
Beautiful.
that one.
LS custom style.
I'm trying to think which color I should make this car. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna make it the crew color. Secondary. That's the, yep. My arm is just, hang on, give me a sec.
All dressed up and nowhere to go.
I know I had that one on there.
You need to
Position
feel the road,
suspension.
but not all of it.
Race transmission. Turbo
One
tuning.
boost, you are good to go.
Wheel type. Muscle, of course. I don't think the one that I normally put, no. Is it in, I think it is. I either use lowrider or muscle tires on a muscle car. There it is. I can't make it this crew color. Okay. No. Yep, just make it carbon black. Custom tires. Tire enhancement,
You'd be
bulletproof.
surprised how many of those we sell.
Crew smoke. Windows, light smoke. And all done. Okay, so apparently bunker supplies and research is, well, the bunker supplies, if you want to purchase it for your bunker, is 50% off or 60% off, something like that. And the research is supposed to be moving faster right now. And plus you get 2 times RP in cash for any missions that you complete in your bunker. So what I'm going to do, because I rarely go to my bunker, and since there's this great deal going on apparently, I'm going to go down to my bunker, I'm going to buy some supplies, I'll let it fill up. I'm not going to stand down there and wait for it to fill up, but while it's filling up, we'll go do something else. And it doesn't matter if I'm in my MC or in my CEO. I can do anything for my bunker in either one. And the old saying is, you gotta spend money to make money, so. I'm actually getting a little bit hungry. Um, once I get to my bunker, I may run into the kitchen real quick and put me a Hot Pocket in the microwave. Hopefully y'all don't mind me eating during the stream. I mean, it's not like you can see me anyways, eating. I have no camera. Hey. Hate the fact that my bunker's all the way up here. Tell you what, after I get my freaking yacht, my arm itches. My freaking eczema. How are you doing now? I'm doing okay. Could be better. How are you? Could be better as well. Oh well. Same shit, different day, right? I heard explosions, but I'm the only one in here. Okay, the lobby's being weird. Now, what I'm wondering, because like I said in the last live stream, that PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now are going to be merging and becoming one. Does that mean we will now be able to live stream streamable games? Like games that are like, you can only stream on PlayStation Now, you can't live stream. Are we going to be able to live stream them now? Are all those games that were once streamable going to be able to be downloaded now? Because I tell you what, if that's the case, and then I can legitimately then download Saints Row 2, that will make my life so much easier. And you know, one thing that does kind of suck about playing Saints Row 2 is that I'm playing it by myself. When, you know, I'm used to playing Saints Row with my husband because, you know, Saints Row 3, Saints Row 4, it has co-op where you can invite each other. Whereas, yes, Saints Row 2 used to have co-op, but I don't know if it's still functional, seeing that it's a PlayStation Now game and it's only streamable. So that's what I'm wondering, once all this merging happens, which is supposed to happen beginning sometime in June, if a lot of the things that we're used to now with PlayStation Now, if it's going to change. Like, are we gonna be able to, you know, live streams the streamable games? Are we gonna be able to download the streamable games now? Are we gonna be able to play co-op multiplayer on games that we couldn't originally play the multiplayer on because of the service we have to use it through? A lot of questions, and hopefully we can get some answers in June. Because, you know, I was told that if you paid for the PlayStation Now before the merging happens, that the following month when everything's merged, your PlayStation Now will roll over for that month because you'll be only paying one price for the PlayStation Plus and the PlayStation Now, which is a year subscription like PlayStation Plus is. Well, there was more plans than just a year for PlayStation Plus, but me and my husband get the one that's for a year. Okay, so resupply. Oh, wow. Yeah, yes, give me that. Okay. What upgrades do I not have here? I don't have the equipment upgrade, which will take all of my money. Of course it will. Everything takes all of my money at this point. Okay, so we bought the supplies, which that will fill, that should, well, it's not going to fill it up all the way. You have to, for supplies for your bunker, you have to buy the supplies a couple of times, I believe, to fill it up all the way. Whereas if you buy supplies for an MC business, it fills it up all the way, you know, with the first purchase of supplies. And, you know, I'm for one, I'm not the type of person to buy the supplies, you know, every single time. But I'm only buying the supplies since it's on sale. If it wasn't on sale, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't even came up to my bunker, to be honest. Because we know how bunker missions go on this channel. Horribly, horribly wrong. Because I am not... okay. How can I say this without calling myself stupid? Okay, I'm skilled at this game. I can play this game. I think I'm pretty good at this game. I mean, I'm a level 288. Almost level 288. Been playing GTA for almost 4 years now. I haven't been on GTA, you know, since the time it came out, but I've been on it long enough to where, yeah, you could probably consider me an OG. That's why when I go to play Fortnite and people, like, stream snipe me and shit, I laugh at them, because you think a tank in Fortnite is gonna scare me? I'm used to tanks. They're all over in GTA, especially if you go directly to the military base. That's what I always say. Players think I'm scared of that tank. They think I'm scared of that battle bus. Bruh, I got a freaking flyable motorcycle with missiles on it in GTA. You ain't seen nothing scarier than that. And they're homing missiles, so they're gonna instantly lock onto somebody. Just like that anvil in Fortnite. Except you don't gotta sit there and wait for it to lock on. You don't gotta scan anything. It just locks on instantly. And you fire. Figured I might as well come up here and get my money out of my freaking arcade safe before it gets filled. Oh yeah, it was almost filled. Can't hold a whole lot of money in your arcade safe. So I know the other day when I live streamed GTA, I had a little over 3 million. Well, you know, I bought that car. It was on sale. That's the only reason why I bought it. It was on sale for $499,000. So it cost me about, I'd say roughly about a little over 800,000 to buy the vehicle and upgrade it all the way. So I ain't mad. I ain't mad at all. Okay, before I walk out of my arcade, really quickly, I'm gonna go pop a Hot Pocket in the microwave for myself. And then, you know, when it's done, I'll go in there and get it. Alrighty, I'm back. Hey, how are you? My cat is weird. Like, seriously, my cat is weird. I walked into the kitchen to him playing with plastic bags, plastic Kroger bags. I'm good. How about you? I'm okay. Could be better. So it's about 4:46 a.m. Fortnite update should be done about 6:30ish. Should. So probably what I'll do is after I end this stream, when the Fortnite update's done, I'll go in and I'll play a couple solo matches and see how it goes, find out what the new content is, and then probably maybe live stream some Fortnite tonight or tomorrow night, one of the two, because today is Monday, or is it today? No, today is Tuesday. So that means when my husband comes home this morning from work, he's off Tuesday and Wednesday. Hopefully, unless they change his schedule at the last minute like they always do sometimes. Okay, so I will get a text message from Agent Ow. But as I was saying, I'll get a text message from agent, whatever he is, from the bunker when the supplies arrives. I got money in my agency safe too, but not enough to take it out yet. I've got 4,000, and they just added more safe to my arcade. More money to my arcade safe. God, I said the complete opposite of that. So I'm going to head to my auto shop again because the customer just dropped off another car. And after that, I think I'm gonna go and register as an MC and go to my MC businesses and see what places need supplies and all that fun stuff. Your purchase supplies has arrived. Just so you know, paying for supplies means less profit. No, it doesn't, Agent 14. Haven't you ever heard the saying, you gotta spend money to make money? Jeez, someone living under a rock. Okay, so let's turn back around and go back to my bunker and buy some more supplies. I didn't think... Excuse-moi with your damn minivan hitting my damn muscle car. Oh. I think me, Harley, yeah, me, went mom in GTA. I have a mom vehicle. I have a station wagon. And not any station wagon. A fancy station wagon. Yeah, you heard me, fancy station wagon. There is such thing as a fancy station wagon. I say fancy station wagon because this is a lot faster than a regular old ugly station wagon. And you're gonna find out, move your minivan. Whenever an NPC or even another player, I'm rather road rage. I have road rage in this game. Is not moving as fast as I want them to, or that I think they're in my way. Even if they're not driving a station wagon, or even if they're not driving a minivan, one of the two words that come out of my mouth is move your station wagon, move your freaking minivan, get your minivan out of my way, get your station wagon out of my way, those kinds of things. Even if they're not driving neither one of those kind of vehicles. Everything that drives slower than me is a station wagon or a minivan. I know that sounds pretty damn bad, but it's the truth. Oh, so it does fill the supplies up all the way. I did not know that. So do I need... Well, if it fills up the supplies all the way... Oh, they haven't made any stock out of it yet. What the hell's taking them so long? Well, bloody hell, I drove all the way back down here for nothing. Hold on, let me go get my Hot Pocket. Alright, I'm back. So I need to let this cool down. So, yeah, that's that. So, yeah, now that I drove down here essentially for nothing because there's still supplies, they haven't started making any of the stock. It's the supplies that fills up all the way, it's the stock that doesn't. So I am going to be eating me a meatball marinara hot pocket. Of course, it's got cheese in it. It's got, I think, mozzarella or parmesan, one of the two. So let's head to where I was going. So I'm gonna go to my auto shop, like I said, and then I'm gonna switch to my, after I deliver this customer's car again, I'll switch to my MC. Because if you didn't know, all my MC businesses are now in the city, all of them. None of them are all the way up here. The only thing that's left up here is my bunker and my arcade, which I will move them eventually. It's just I'm trying to get my damn yacht. And that yacht is, the one that I want is $7 million. So, I'm gonna have fun getting that money up for that. It should be cooled down enough now. So, I apologize ahead of time for any eating noises you may hear in the mic. So there's that. At least you don't gotta see me chewing as well. I don't know, but that, you know, that's the one thing I don't understand about certain YouTube communities, like the mukbang communities. You know, I know everybody's different. Certain videos are can work for certain people, and then certain videos don't. Just like certain people like watching certain videos and don't like watching others. But the mukbang videos, I don't like the idea of someone watching me eat. Not to mention eating on camera for profit. Just, it sounds so wrong. It seems wrong to me. I can't do it. Just like I can't do drama content. I can't handle the stress and the anxiety it puts me under. But I can watch drama videos all day and be fine. So, like I said, drama content does not work for me as far as me doing it, but I can watch other drama content creators or commentary creators. I really watch a mix of people. Gaming channels, let's see here. See if I can name a couple of my favorite YouTubers that in their genre. So gaming, my favorite gaming YouTubers are, of course, Markiplier, because he is from where I am from. Jacksepticeye, Muzuke, I hope I pronounced his name right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I apologize. Allie, typical gamer. Sorry, can't pronounce Andre's YouTube name. Samara, which is typical gamer's girlfriend, wife. I'm thinking John Wolf. Corey Kenshin. Those are all the gaming content creators I can think of. as far as commentary drama channels that I can think of is Life of a Free Spirit, aka Callie, Zachary Michael, Rich Lux, trying to think, who else do I watch as far as commentary drama channels? Repzion, Repzilla, which I know that some of the content creators that I name, there has been feuds between other content creators, and there are probably some content creators that I'm gonna name that not everybody likes, and that's fine. You may not like them, but somebody else may. You know, I'm just watching who I like to watch and supporting who I like to support. Jeez! I couldn't get around the truck. So yeah. That is just a few examples of who I watch. I also watch makeup artists, like makeup content creators. I watch hair content creators. Well, one, Brendan Mondo. I cannot pronounce his last name to save my life. Sorry. So yeah, I just watch a lot of YouTube. So as far as new games go that I have or I'm gonna be planning on getting, of course I've already said that I have Far Cry 6. If you guys would like to see a series on that, you can let me know in the comments or in the chat. If you would like to see a playthrough of 2K22, you know, wrestling, you can let me know in the comments or in the chat. I plan on getting the reboot of Saints Row, but that doesn't come out until August. But you can pre-order it right now. Let's see here. Also plan on getting DC Gotham Knights, which I can't remember when my husband says that comes out, but we're really looking forward to that game. Because, I did start playing the Avengers, because it's a PlayStation Now game. But the thing is, the first time that I loaded into the game, it wouldn't actually load. It wouldn't actually go into the game. And then a couple of days later, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this game a try again. I'm going to try to go into it. So the second time that I went into the game, it actually loaded into the game, and I was able to play. Of course, I'm playing as Black Widow. And now the game's acting up again and won't go into, and it won't load into the game. It's stuck on the freaking main screen, which is annoying. And FYI, just saying, I think I've said this on my channel before, I'm not all that into Marvel. I'm more into DC, because I grew up on DC. I grew up on Joker, Harley Quinn, Penguin, who else? Mr. Freeze. And like, as much as I like Joker, I have to say, Joker is using Punchline just like he did Harley Quinn. Period. Whereas I think that the Joker actually loved Harley Quinn. He just had a very distorted way of showing it. I don't think that he loves Punchline. I think that he's just using Punchline. And I honestly think that Punchline eventually will come to her senses, like Harley did, and leave Joker as well. Because in my opinion, Punchline probably has it in her head that they're in a relationship, they're a thing. But in reality, Joker knows they're not. They're just... She's just his lackey, pretty much. Or if you want to say, what's the word I'm looking for? She is his, what Batman is to, what Robin is to Batman. Sidekick. There we go. She's just his sidekick. Or side chick. But Joker knows that there's no relationship. But Punchline probably doesn't know that. Because she's deluded herself to thinking that they're together. Because how did it start off with Harley? Harley became obsessed with Joker and wanted to be with Joker. Punchline, she became obsessed with Joker and the things that he does, and now wants to be with Joker. But Joker doesn't want to be with anybody. He just wants to use people to his advantage. And that also depends on which story arc you're gonna go for, because Joker has many story arcs. He has different backstories to his character. Like, there's certain story arcs where Harley doesn't even exist at all. Like, there's story arcs where he's never met Harley Quinn. But then there's also story arcs where he's met her. And in some story arcs, they end up together, and in some story arcs, they didn't. They just were accomplices together in certain crimes. You know, and that's why, see, because me and my husband role play and use our persona as Harley and Joker, I like all the story arcs, I do. But because I'm in a relationship and, you know, we're kind of, you know, we're using the story arc that Harley and Joker never actually split it up, that they continued on, minus all the abuse and everything. Okay, let me be more specific about something. I don't like... The reason why I like Harley and Joker is because I like how Harley and Joker were when they were together. Like, as far as a team. When it came to committing their crimes and protecting each other. But as far as, like, I can identify the fact, and I can admit to the fact that Joker was very abusive, mentally, emotionally, physically, to Harley. But I think that they were both, in some ways, abusive to each other. It wasn't just Joker. And that's me just, you know, been cosplaying Harley for years. Like, just because, okay, how can I say this? Just because I don't have, like, the costume on or anything like that, I literally live and breathe Harley Quinn. I have so much Harley Quinn stuff, and my Harley Quinn collections are just growing even more. I literally have, I'm looking at right now, 2 Harley Quinn purses. One's a backpack type purse, and then one's a little strap purse, over your shoulder handbag. And but basically I don't have to worry about being Harley Quinn for Halloween. I'm Harley Quinn every freaking day. Just like in my mannerisms and the way I behave in certain situations, like Joker. He has pointed out my mannerisms and has noticed how closely I act like Harley Quinn. I'm loud and obnoxious, just like Harley is. I can get very feisty, just like Harley does. There's a blue dot. And he said, with all that craziness, I also can be very sweet, just as Harley is. Okay, let's go see what this blue dot is. It's a drug vehicle. Okay. I need the money anyway, so we'll do it. That's right. Around this bend. I'm not taking my car all the way in there. Oh. So, I finally got the heavy rifle, which is the new gun that was added to the game. And let me just say,
Hey, keep fucking with me, I'ma beat your ass.
let me just say, I love this gun. It's much more manageable than the heavy rifle in freaking Fortnite. Okay, I'm shocked. I have no cops. Normally when you do that, you get cops on you. But maybe I'm lucky today. I don't know. Harley must be lucky. Yep, my stomach is starting to ease up. It's not hurting anymore. I was hungry. I was correct. So we are taking it to the Great Chapel. Which, the Great Chapel isn't that far away. I mean, honestly, most of the time when I say I'm gonna end the stream because I'm hungry and I need to eat something, I did that because I didn't know how y'all would feel about me eating while playing a game and live streaming. But I guess I decided this time to take the chance because I really didn't want to get off the stream. I didn't want to end it that early because we were only like 48 minutes in when I started to get hungry. But I also can't just sit there on an empty stomach trying to finish the live stream when who knows how long the stream was going to even last, you know? So, although I have a cat sitting in here with me and he knows better. He knows he doesn't get human food. You don't get human food, you get cat food. So you can sit there and try to look all pretty and proper and try to look like Puss in Boots all you want, but you ain't getting my food. So, you guys have probably seen pictures of Pikachu on my social media. He's a bright orange tabby cat, and his name has been Pikachu since we have had him. We didn't name him that. The person that had him before us named him that. And because he had been called Pikachu since he was born, we didn't think it would be a great idea to change his name and then confuse the hell out of him. So we just kept it Pikachu, and plus my daughter liked the name, so. And I thought it was cute too. So in the years that we've had him, because he's almost 3 years old, we've had him, I believe, since he was 6 months. He has gained some new nicknames. One being Garfield, because one day, no lie, I was making my daughter, because she wanted a lasagna TV dinner, so I was making her a lasagna TV dinner. I sat it down just for a second, turn around to open the fridge and get the Parmesan cheese out, and all of a sudden I hear Nessie screaming, "Pikachu's eating my lasagna, Pikachu's eating my lasagna." And I turn around and lo and behold, he's got his face deep in lasagna. And I was like, I looked dead at him. I was like, "Get your face out of there. What are you trying to pull, a Garfield?" And he looked up at me and went, "Meow." So ever since that day, Nessie will not let him live it down that he ate her precious lasagna, and she calls him Garfield. Whenever there's lasagna around, if someone's eating lasagna, rather it be her, her brothers, me, or daddy, she always refers to him as Garfield. She's like, "Oh, you know, Daddy, watch out. Garfield might get your lasagna." And then Pikachu does this thing when he's trying to let you know that he wants to try a bite of your food, of what you have, when he knows he don't get it. Because we do not give our animals human food. Or our cat human food. They eat their food. I mean, we give them a piece of bread every once in a while, but as far as, like, you know, greasy, unhealthy food, no. Just because they're animals, they can still get diabetes, high blood pressure, and all that stuff. And our human food will just amplify that. And, you know, possibly speed up the process of them passing, or speed up the process of them getting some kind of horrible, incurable disease. So, they only get their food. So, Pikachu does this thing. If you guys ever seen Shrek. Far, Far Away. I think that's the one it is. Where him, Fiona, Donkey go to meet Fiona's parents at the castle. Yeah, I think that's what it is, because it's got the fairy godmother, it's got Prince Charming. Me and my daughter watched it the other day. But when Puss in Boots, and, you know, God love him, I mean, you got this small, cute cat in a movie, and you got this big, manly, freaking voice from Antonio Banderas coming out of a cat. It's mind blowing. It's so when Puss in Boots does the whole thing with his paws up and his, you know, eyes get real bug-eyed and big and cute. Yeah, well, Pikachu, he'll sit perfectly still with his head up in the air looking directly at you. And I swear to God, if you look at him long enough, it looks like his eyes are about to bug out of his head. Because he's trying to look cute. Because all he wants is your food. And he will sit there until you're done eating. Even after you're done eating and the food is gone, he will come over and sniff your plate, bowl, whatever you were eating out of. And he'll smell that essence of whatever was in there. He'll start licking the bowl, even though there's nothing in there. Which, I'm pretty sure probably any kind of pet would do that. Even a dog. I mean, my dogs have done that before. Whoa, that ranch came out way too fast. Well, I'm out of monster. I'll go get me another one in a second. Hey, I need to retire CEO. I'm honestly scared to go to my MC. Because I haven't been in my MC in so long.
LJT with some urgent business. Someone's about to rat out our powder factory to the narcs. Take them out and clean up the evidence.
That's what I was worried about. That exactly is what I was. Whoa, God, I'm almost out of body armor. Okay. Do I still have my gun in my hand? Because. Okay. Doesn't need to be reloaded. Great. Well, at least we're not that far. I better not get one right after the other, because if I do, I will be so mad. This better not be the cop one either, because if it is, I'm going to die. And I don't want to die. Little girl, go lay down. Go lay down with the baby. When I say baby, I'm referring to Nessie. Because she's the youngest, and when we say baby, they know who we're talking about, the dogs. Whereas when we say boys, they're like, oh, you want us to go lay down with the boys? And I don't need my 15-year-old, my 14-year-old crying that there's a dog hogging his blanket. And more so, it wouldn't be little girl that hogged the blanket, it'd be Chloe. And which is funny, because Chloe is the littlest one. Like, Chloe is the smallest one. I swear. Yeah, these headphones are like slowly going out. And thing is, I have my I'm using my old cat ear headphones. The ones where, the cat ears actually detach, like come off. Well, I completely lost the cat ears to this one. That's why, I ended up getting that new headset. The one with the cat ears that glow. But my daughter decided she was gonna use my headphones without asking. And when she was plugging it in to whatever she was plugging it into, I think it was her phone or her tablet, she was pulling on it too hard to pull it out and end up detaching one of the cords, like the coral, or how you say it, the wiring that's inside, like of where the jack is. Somehow she managed to cause a short in it, and they worked after that for a couple more days, and then the sound completely went out. And then the piece that plugged into my PlayStation, the USB cord that plugged into the PlayStation to my headphones to make the ears glow, literally snapped off. I'm like, okay, that wasn't my daughter. She only messed with the jack part that plugs in to the devices. So, had to throw those away. I mean, they weren't expensive. They were only like $22, but that's besides the point. So now I need new headphones as well. And soon, because apparently these are going to go out soon. So if my voice cuts in and out of any of the streams in the next couple of days, you know why. It's the headphones. They're a piece of garbage and they're crappy. But I mean, I might be able to get a new controller. One of my husband's co-workers at Kroger's said they had a PlayStation 4 controller still in the box. They just got to check to see if it's actually a PlayStation 4 or if it's a different system controller. But if it is, they said that I could have it, so I could, you know. There they are. It's boggles. Take out the snitch. Where's the snitch?
Charlie's here. Officer is injured. Let's do this. Who's got a mind? What in God's name?
Snitch. Really? I can't get up there. Oh, and the snitch is up there. Come on, run! Before I die.
Everyone ready? Ready!
You don't have a visual. Oh, lost the cops. Oh, shut up. I just killed a bunch of you back there. It was a Vago. I think I need to change the light that's underneath my car to the crew one, because this color, the hot pink, does not match. Because the pink is, like, the pink on top is, like, too much of a coral pink, so. Am I done?
Hey, you know who it is. Oof, that was...
Alright, so what I'm gonna do... See? Supplies here is on sale too. I have to. I still got over 2 million, so I have to get the security upgrade. So my shit can stop getting raided. Cause I've noticed the ones that don't have the security upgrade, they're the ones getting raided. The ones that have the security upgrade, they're still getting raided, but they're getting raided less. If you know what I'm saying. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna buy the supplies for all of my MC businesses and get them filled up all the way and then sell everything. But I probably won't be doing that in this stream. I'll probably be doing that later on with my husband, because that'll probably help me get closer to the money I need. for my yacht. Yeah, so literally all my businesses are like all down here. Because I can easily get the money back up. The only thing I need here is the equipment upgrade. Okay. Like, I know that it's the stock is filled now, but since I'm only driving to each business and buying the supplies and then just, you know, disbanding. Oop, I did not mean to hit, I did not want to hit that tree. And then, you know, disbanding, my shit should be fine. That's the operative word, should be fine. Not pulling all the way in there because of the gate. I have nothing here. Okay, here I have everything but the equipment upgrade. Oh no, why are you being stupid, game? Oh shit, I went the wrong way. No, I didn't. Okay, so funny story. It tells me to go up over the bridge that I have to go over to get to my nightclub. When, in reality, I don't have to go that way. Because my business is literally under the bridge. Nothing here. I'm getting a staff upgrade. Uh-huh. So I have to buy supplies for one more business. Hopefully I don't need to get any upgrades there. So I still need to get the security upgrade and the equipment upgrade at this one. But I only opted to get one for right now. So my last one is over here. So basically when I get more money when I get more money up again, like I had before, then I'll come and, you know, get the next upgrade. So my last business is down here by Simeon. You know, where I normally drop off cars to him. I will tell you something though about Saints Row 2 that I really enjoy, that I really hope, like I legitimately hope and pray is gonna be in this reboot of the first Saints Row, that in Saints Row 2 there is many different restaurants scattered around the map. Nothing here either. You can legitimately go through the drive-thrus and get food. The food you use to heal yourself if you're, you know, doing a mission or something like that. But you can also just eat them outright without even trying to heal, which I think is cool. Okay, we're gonna get the staff upgrade. Whew. Yeah, the two that I just bought the staff upgrade for is the last two that I moved down here. That's why everything's the way it is. Okay. Hey, the supplies you purchased have arrived. It doesn't eat in the profits. Oh, stop it. I'm trying to tell a person how to make money. It's called, gotta spend money to make it. Okay, so that is all my MC businesses. Because you can't purchase any more MC businesses. So I'm going to disband my MC because I don't want to be in my MC while the supplies is filling up. That'd be a no-no. Okay. So re-register as a CEO and go to my nightclub because I haven't been down there yet. I've been everywhere but my nightclub. I've been to my auto shop twice, and after that I went directly to my bunker. And I can't do my hangar missions by myself either. Because sometimes it requires me to fly a plane. And you know how I feel about planes in this game. The only thing I can fly is my oppressor and helicopters. That's it. I'm gonna drive to my nightclub, and then I'm gonna clean up my mess real quick. You know, clean out my dish and put the ranch away, and then grab me another monster. Which shouldn't take long. I don't want to be away from the game too long, because A, I can be kicked, and 2, I don't want you guys to have, like, a bunch of white noise. Like, nobody likes radio silence. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna get my money out of my safe. So I've got 3 bars of popularity. So I should only have to do 2 popularities in order to get my popularity all the way back up. Hopefully. Like, I don't find myself being in my MC as much anymore, because most of the things that I can do to make money faster is all in my CEO. Literally, it's all my CEO. So get myself at the computer. Okay, so I do have stuff to sell too, but I'm gonna do a promote first. Be right back. I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna pour my monster in my cup real quick, because I got a cup that keeps it cold versus just drinking it out of the can and then, you know, get warm and not stay cold very long. Because I don't really drink my Monster all that fast. I remember when I used to drink these things like freaking Kool-Aid. Like, it says on the can, do not exceed over 3 in a day. And back in the day when I first started drinking them, I was early teens when I started drinking them. And I was drinking 4 or 5 a day. And that's a no-no. I think it was when I was about 16 or 17 when I realized what I was doing to my body drinking that many in a day. And I cut down a lot. But gradually cut down. Like, I was like, okay, I'm going to drink 4 today. And then tomorrow, I'm only going to drink 3. And then eventually I got it cut down to where I was only drinking 2 a day. 1 in the morning, 1 during, you know, the middle of the midday. But I always reminded myself, if you want a 3rd one, it's okay. Just don't exceed 3. Don't go over that 3rd one and drink a 4th one. Okay, so time to promote the club, which I have no idea what mission I'm gonna get. Because like I said, I haven't been playing. I haven't played GTA for like 3 days. I've been playing freaking Saints Row.
Okay, if we want to get...
Okay, I gotta drop flyers. That I can do. This is not wonky like Saints Row 2. Really. Like, I thought the driving in Saints Row 2 was bad. Nothing takes the cake for the flying. Like, the flying is horrible. Like, especially if you're flying over water. Can't do it. Like, at Saints Row 3 and Saints Row 4, I can fly in that game. But also, the controls in Saints Row... Like, examples. The flying in Saints Row 2 is the same as it is in GTA. L2 to descend and R2 to, you know, go up. And then in Saints Row 3 and in Saints Row 4, it is X to go up and square to go down. And like, once you go up as high as you want, you don't have to continue to hold X to continue to go up. You could just use analog and control the helicopter or plane or jet. Like, Saints Row is the only game that I'm even capable of flying a jet in. I can't, but here's the kicker. Because in Saints Row 2, the controls are the same as in GTA as flying, I can't fly a jet in Saints Row 2. I can't fly a plane in Saints Row 2. Just like I cannot fly a jet or plane in GTA. Now, oh yeah, I forgot to say, I do now have Grand Theft Auto Vice City, the new one, the rebooted one. because it was a downloadable game on PlayStation Now. I've started playing it. Haven't had the chance to fly anything yet. I've had plenty of practice driving. The driving is not bad in the game. I really thought it was gonna be horrible, but it wasn't. The graphics are a hell of a lot better than the original. I'll tell you that much. Like, I haven't played the original Vice City. So me playing it now which is the rebooted version, is the first time I've ever touched Vice City. I have tried playing GTA 3, but I can't. The graphics hurt my eyes. Like, no shade, no tea, not trying to be mean to Rockstar or anything like that, but I thought when I first started playing Saints Row 2 that the graphics were horrible. And then one day I decided to I decided to buy, I bought GTA 3. So I decided to buy GTA 3 because it was on sale. I think it was like on sale for $5. So I bought it, thinking the graphics are going to be so much better in this game than Saints Row 2. No! The graphics in GTA 3 were horrifying. They hurt my eyes so bad. To think that this game that Rockstar made was for PS2. And so was Saints Row 2. They were both made for the same console. Okay. But Saints Row 2 had better graphics than GTA 3. And I'm like, okay. So I'm trying to understand, because a lot of people are trying to say that Rockstar and Volition with their games, Saints Row and GTA, are like competitors. They're like not competitors, I mean, they're trying to say that the games are vastly similar. Okay. I'm trying to get into the headspace and understand how
airdropping propaganda works for every
How
army of the last 100
they're similar.
years. Why wouldn't it work for us? Well done.
Like, I understand the whole thing, gangs and all that jazz, and it being, you know, criminal based and whatnot, but I'm trying to understand how they're similar, because whereas GTA has always been more of a, like, serious game, Saints Row, okay, from what I've heard, Saints Row first started out as a pretty serious gang game, which I guess that's where they got this, that GTA and Saints Row are similar, from like the very first Saints Row game, which again, I've never played the first Saints Row. To be honest, I had never played the second Saints Row either. The first Saints Row game I ever touched was Saints Row the Third. It was when I found out that there was a Saints Row 2 and that it was available on PlayStation Now, is when I started playing it, which was 2 years ago. And I'm telling you right now, I really hope and pray. Let me just say this. I like Saints Row 4. Believe me, I do. I really do. I have to say this, and this may be a little... We're gonna have probably difference in opinion when I say this. Okay, storyline isn't bad. Being the aliens thing, that's not the issue. That is not the issue. It's the fucking superpowers. Superpowers is what the issue is. Okay. Let me tell you something. I don't dislike all of the superpowers. Some of them I do actually like, and I do think that they really help in the game. But some I'm just sitting there looking like, this is stupid. Like telekinesis. Okay, out of all the superpowers that are in that game, telekinesis is the least one I use. Like, I rarely use telekinesis. The one superpower that I use the most is either the one where you can just walk past enemies and engulf them in flames. I can't remember what it's called. Or the where you can throw fire out of your hands, or the ice one, or I use the stomp. Those are the only three that I see myself using the most. Okay. I think the super speed thing is useful to a certain extent. The reason why I say that is because the reason why I fell in love with Saints Row is the same reason why I love GTA. Cars. The cars, the driving around the city, and just, you know, doing stupid shit. Now, we got a souped up Saint that if they run anywhere near a car, they make it go flying across the map. Whenever I want to drive in Saints Row 4, I crouch walk to my car because I'm scared I'm gonna run up on my car and fling it halfway across the world. Okay. The super jump. The super jump, the double jump, whatever you want to call it. Okay, that is very useful. I love that. Okay, I love the jumping. But the sprint, you could have just given me something like tactical sprint and I would have been happy. Like, at least I would know that I could cancel it out. Like, it's really hard to cancel out when you're super sprinting at the speed of light. And like, if I do run back to my car in Saints Row 4, I literally run a little bit, and once I know I'm at least 5 to 6, not inches, centimeters away from my car, then I start either I start walking or I start crouch walking towards my car. Okay, if anything was to give me a freaking heart attack in that game, it would be me destroying my damn car because I can't get to it safely without destroying it. So, I'm happy to know that this new Saints Row reboot is not going to have superpowers. Thank the stars. But the one thing that we are getting is a wingsuit. Excuse me, now we're going to be able to fly. Did we go from a street gang to superheroes in like 2.5 seconds? I mean, granted, in Saints Row 4, we're the fucking president of the United States, but I mean, to be honest, if in that storyline for Saints Row 4, if we weren't the president of the United States and it was still the same storyline, the aliens abducted the Earth and blah blah blah, and the Saints have to rescue the world, the storyline wouldn't have made sense at that point. So making us the president makes sense. So, what I'm saying is, whenever I do play Saints Row, I would rather play Saints Row the 3rd or Saints Row 2 than Saints Row 4. And don't get me started on Get Out of Hell. That is an extension of Saints Row 4, and we got super fucking powers still. But you play as Johnny Gat and, what's that one girl's name? Not Shondi. Crap. She's in Saints Row 3 too, because you rescue her. Mackenzie. You either play as Johnny Gat or Mackenzie. And in that sense, you're playing as them to rescue you, the boss. Which... it's confusing as hell to me. Why can't we play as our boss character in that game? Why do we have to play as Johnny Gat or Mackenzie? And we're in hell, fighting the devil. What? So we went from aliens to him. Pretty much. Like, when I say him, I mean like him from Powerpuff Girls, because he looks, you know, similar. So yeah, I like Saints Row 4, but I'm not crazy over it. I would rather just play Saints Row 2 or Saints Row 3, be able to drive around in my car, participate in the mayhem, or the what's the other one that I really like? The Ragdoll one. I can't remember what it's called. Or Fight Club. Fight Club's not in Saints Row 3, it's in Saints Row 2. What they have in Saints Row 3 is gang attacks, which is basically the same thing as Fight Club, except in Fight Club you're fighting multiple people that aren't part of a gang. They're just a bunch of people that you're fighting to win. It's like, it would be like MMA, or except minus the cage. And pretty much using objects and your fist and your feet and everything to punch, kick, and whatnot. And I'm hoping that some of the old mechanics that they had in Saints Row 2 is incorporated. Thank you. Now I can speak. Incorporated into the Saints Row reboot. Like the restaurants, being able to go through the drive-thru and order food, so you have that to sustain your health, or just because you want to be a fat ass and eat in a video game. Both is fine. Hopefully they incorporate the liquor stores where you can go in and buy liquor and other items that I'm not gonna say. Just like, you know, incorporate the car washes, which are called Forgive and Forget, which is how you can lose your wanted level from the police or your gang level from the other gangs, which is pretty cool. You go into a car wash and then you come out and they're gone. It's gone. You went into the car wash and they completely forgot about you. They lost sight of you that fast. And, you know, of course, hopefully they'll have collectibles and stuff in the game like they did in all of them. In Saints Row 2, you collect CDs. There's 50 of them. I think I've got quite a few of them already. There's tags where you gotta spray paint the Saints name on walls over top of the rival gangs spray. There is, what else was there? There's stunt jumps you gotta find. So again, it's like GTA, because there's stunt jumps in GTA that you gotta find in certain games. I know there's stunt jumps in this game that you gotta find in story and in online. I can't remember what other collectibles are in Saints Row 2. In Saints Row 3, there's sex dolls, money pallets, drug pallets that you gotta find. In Saints Row 4, there's data clusters, there's Xeniac statues that you gotta shoot at certain locations. There is voice memos that you gotta find. I'm pretty sure there's one other one that I can't remember what it is. I think it's data logs or something like that. So, yeah. And what I noticed is in Saints Row 2, when I was playing earlier, I had gotten, I collected up to 10 CDs, and I unlocked a new song for the radio. Because in most of the Saints Row games, you can make your own playlist of what songs you like to listen to in the game. And of course, I've got all the freaking rock songs. There is a plethora of rock songs in Saints Row 2. There's the Used is in there, Avenged Sevenfold, Boy George, which Culture Club, whatever you want to call that, whatever you want to call it. Karma Chameleon, which is my favorite Boy George song. Favorite one. The Final Countdown is in that game. Paramore, which is it's Misery Business, which I have that CD, which is shocking it is 2022 and I still have my Paramore CD. The Misery Business CD. Wow. I still have my freaking Good Charlotte CD from like 2004. Yes, I used to listen to Good Charlotte. I still listen to Good Charlotte. Like, I still listen to my old music that I first started listening to. Like, it's crazy. And along the way, my music has evolved. I listen to more and more and more music than I used to. Like, should I sell all? No, I'm not gonna sell all. I just looked down and seen how much it would be for all of it. And more than likely, it's gonna tell me I have to buy a custom, mule. It's a truck.
Great, I'm gonna help you sell some of this stuff I know nothing about to someone I've never heard of in a transaction I will swear until my death never took place. Address should be with you now. Thankfully, it's just one drop.
Okay, thank you, Tony. So I'm interested to find out what other songs I unlock. So, since we're on the music topic, I'll just talk about music while I'm playing. Okay. So, nostalgia again. When I first started listening to music, I was like 9, 10 years old. The first thing I ever touched was pop music. Backstreet Boys, NSYNC.
Bad news. Some local gangsters got word of this.
Okay, I'll blow them up. Easy to say. Aaron Carter. Thinking about it now, what he's been, the bullshit he's been in, I kind of regret. Run over it. Stupid NPC. But now, with the drama that he's been in, I kind of regret ever listening to Aaron Carter. And the first time I ever heard Aaron Carter, believe it or not, was on the Lizzie McGuire show. It was the Christmas episode where he sung I Want Candy. Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, you know, most well-known pop stars that I started listening to, Michael Jackson. So I moved on from pop music, still listening to it, but I moved on to other genres. Started getting into the punk rock, emo scene. Started listening to Good Charlotte, Sum 41, Evanescence. Trying to think. The Used. Avenged Sevenfold, Disturbed. I was listening to a mix of everything by that point. And then I heard Slipknot, and that was it. Slipknot was the first heaviest rock music band I ever listened to. Then it went from Slipknot to Rammstein to... I was now dipping into different music from different cultures and different places. Which, of course, Rammstein being the first one, which is a German rock band. I mean, it makes sense because I am German. I'm about 80 to 90% German, with the rest of my background being Irish and Cherokee Indian. So, but because my majority is German, I identify my background as mainly being German. And normally when someone asks me, what's your you know, background, what's your culture and all that, I always say German. Because I have a father that is 100% German, and yeah. And then my sister's mom is like fully Irish. So even if her mom wasn't my mom, which her mom isn't my mom, but her mom could still pass as my mom, seeing the fact that I am Irish, because my mom was partly Irish. My grandma was partly Irish. But as far as, like, I took after my dad, not my mom. Thank God. My mom's a psycho. And, so, yeah, then I started listening to Japanese, I started listening to Korean music. I started listening to Korean rock, Korean pop music. So, you know, K-pop, J-pop, J-rock, K-rock, everything. Like, this will tell you something. Other than Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon being the very first anime I ever watched and grew up watching, the first anime that I legitimately got seriously into and started actually looking into the bands that made the music for the anime was Parasite. Let Me Hear You, Let Me Hear, not Let Me Hear You. Let Me Hear is my favorite song from the Parasite anime. And I looked up the band, and it's Fear and Loathing of Las Vegas. And absolutely love them. They're like techno. Hey, I completed an objective. They're like techno rock. Nostalgia. There's like a lot of nostalgic songs in this game. There's a lot of nostalgia songs in freaking Saints Row 2 as well. I think that's the reason why I like the game so much, because every single song that comes on the freaking radio I know, and I just start belting it out while I'm playing the game. There's actually a song, I can't remember which song it is in the game, but you'll hear my character just start singing and humming the song. It's funny. So, yeah. Now to this day, I listen to every single genre of music. And just because, let me say this, just because I identify as being goth and listen to pop music or listen to K-pop does not make me any less goth than anybody else that identifies as goth. Because let me say this. Yes, I listen to a lot of different music. I listen to almost every genre you can think of. But the mass majority of the genre of music I listen to is rock music or goth music. And also, if y'all didn't know this, I was emo before I became goth. I went through the emo phase big time. I was emo up until I was like 22, and then I started diving into the goth subculture and then fell in love with it and said, I am no longer emo. Emo does not have my heart no more. I want to be goth. And I mean, I still wear some clothing items that may be considered in the emo genre. Or, you know, I wear a lot of, like, kawaii stuff sometimes. Like, I like the color pink. I like the color purple. I like bright colors. I mean, for the longest time, I think for, like, 3 years straight, I had hot pink hair. And when it faded to a very pretty pastel pink. And I loved it. But if you was to ask me today, would I dye my hair a bright color again, like baby blue or sky blue, or I had my hair at one time purple, I would probably say no. Because if you didn't know, red is the most hardest hair dye to remove from your hair. Like, example, if someone was wanting to take their hair from red to a different color, like, let's say it's a lighter color. Let's say they want to go from red to, like, pink or a light blue. You're literally going to have to wait.
Just to let you know, you have a happy customer. I'm gonna
You'll
wire you
literally
that money. Minus the
have
laundering
to
fee.
wait
Taxman's gotta get something.
until the red fades enough to where it's light enough to where when you bleach it, it will come out blonde like you want it to. Because if you, I don't know how many times I went from red and black hair and decided to go to a one solid color for my whole head, and it was lighter than what I already had in my hair, so it was like a lighter color, so I would have to really make sure that I bleached my hair well. Well, let me tell you something. By the time I was done bleaching my hair, the red side looked like a fruit roll-up. Literally, a fruit roll-up. A discolored fruit roll-up. And like, if I was to be completely honest with y'all, I still have hair dye in there in my bathroom. Like, I still have the periwinkle hair dye when my hair was, it's like a purplish blue color. And when it would fade silver. I still have that in there. I still have my girls' night, which is a very light purple. I still have a pink color in there that I can't even use because my hair is red and black. So, and then of course I got 3 bottles of different shades of red and then a bottle of black. But if I wanted to change my hair to a whole different color again, I would have to wait until the red faded enough. Not to mention, even black. Black is really hard to bleach out of your hair. And I would have to wait for the black to fade too. And because it's Arctic Fox hair dye that I use, it takes a little bit longer to fade. But literally, if I wanted to do my hair a different color tomorrow, it would not work. I would have to wait. Literally, when I go to, like, let's say if I go to touch up my hair, I can just touch it up. I don't have to wait for it to fade or anything. But let's say, oh, I decide that I want to change my hair color to the pink that's in there. I will literally have to wait months before I can do it. And it will take months for it to fade. Like, yeah, taking a bath shower does help the hair color to fade out, but it's not gonna fade out as fast as you want it to.
What do you mean this isn't the Chinese place?
Like, right now, my hair needs to be touched up. So right now, if I really wanted to, I could bleach my red side and, like, let's say, dye it pink. So I have pink and black hair instead of red and black. Like, that pretty much says what I'm willing to do to my hair. I am not willing to bleach my entire head anymore. And if it comes a day where I actually do feel like not having red and black hair anymore and just want to go to one solid color, more than likely I will go to all black again and call it a day. But again, we've seen how long that lasted the last time. Like, months ago I had all black hair and I came in a video like, yeah, hold on, I can actually look it up. I can look on my channel. I want to know the exact date. For myself, I want to know how long it actually lasted. Okay, so, wait, did Ruby get another variant? Sorry, I got distracted by Fortnite video from iFireMonkey. Who? Excuse me? Uh-oh, something got leaked about, Saints Row. Oh, so it was a, what? GTA 5 next gen versions apparently removed some controversial content. Well, wow. Okay. So what happened was there was some controversial content for GTA 5 Online, or story, I don't know which one, that were dark jokes. Like, I don't even want to call them jokes. They were just disgusting comments about freaking the LGBTQ and trans people in general, and Rockstar removed it all. So, I mean, yay, good for you, Rockstar, but you should have known better. I mean, this day and age, I mean, the things you depict in games can be harmful to other people, especially if, let's say, you may have trans customers that play your games, and if they was to see that stuff, it could really harm them, because it was depicting harmful stereotypes, pretty much, of trans people, and we don't need another Jessica Yaniv in a freaking game. Because now the basis of some people's arguments, if someone is trans, is they compare what Jessica Yaniv has done to what all trans people are, and that's not the case. Anybody can be a predator, trans or not. Everybody has one of those, you know, bad apples in their group. But I'm not the type of person to base off of what someone's done onto a whole group. Just because one person's like that doesn't mean everybody is. What I want to know is if we're actually not going to get any more updates for GTA 5 Online for PS4. Because I know the summer surprise or summer update is supposed to be coming up. And I'm really hoping that we get that content update as well as, you know, next-gen consoles. I mean, I don't want to hope for the worst, seeing what they did to, you know, PS3 players. Okay, guys, so I'm going to actually, hold on. Let me look at the map for a minute. I'm actually going to drive to my house. Let me turn around. I'm gonna drive to my house. Okay, you drove right into my car. I'm gonna drive to my house, and I'm actually gonna end the stream. There's the update for Fortnite. Ah, freaking Bleach is updating too. Okay, lovely. And I'm going to end the stream because my husband should be getting off work soon. And I'm probably going to go play some Saints Row while I wait for this Fortnite update. Because I have my MTU settings set low, it's gonna take longer for Fortnite to update. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm gonna end the stream, because I'm very eager to get into Fortnite and find out what these content updates are. And you know, so I have, you know, it planned out what I can discuss with you guys in the next live stream. Don't know if it's going to be a solo live stream or if it's going to be a duos live stream. We will see. I'm just gonna go to the, you know, closest house that I have to where I was. And the one on the small, tiny road is the closest one. I mean, these roads, these tiny roads right here are very convenient when you have a small car, but because I have a giant muscle car, it's kind of hard to squeeze down these winding roads. Okay, look, I'm gonna go inside and end it. Do, 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 do. Okay. So, I'm gonna end the stream here. I know that it wasn't very long and I didn't do a whole lot, but other than that, I hope that you guys enjoyed the stream, and I will see you guys next time for another stream, hopefully either tonight or tomorrow night. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell. I love you guys, and stay safe. Bye.